Alright guys, welcome back to my final round coverage of the Crosswinds Open. This is Lee Carr for the NBA 40 division. Here we start off at hole 7 again. This is Sunday morning. It's still kind of bright and early. Not quite loose yet, but we're ready to go, rocking and rolling. As again, this is a good starting hole. I do a better job of getting down this time. I'm kind of high-speed in there. I didn't really get the skip that I wanted to, but I'm close enough for a putt here. I think I may finally get the birdie that I want to have on this hole. I've been trying to miss all weekend. But looks like it's not quite meant to be chained out, so that's not a good way to start a tournament. But again, tap in for my par, so I can't complain too much. All right, hole 8. Again, it's a little short little par 4. It's a good way to get a birdie early in the round. I think I threw a wave out there. I'm still not getting the distance that I need to get right now. It's kind of early. Decent little up shot here though. It's not too far, so I throw my Page Pierce Tour Series Buzz from 2020 and stick it up there pretty tight. So again, it's just easy little tap in birdie, so I'm good to go. 100 for the round already. This morning was quite windier than it had been the previous days, so that's going to be some things we had to deal with here. All right, hole 9, again, this is a little short shot here that you had hyzer in. You can see that the wind is picking up. You can hear a little bit. It kind of messed with me, so I had to reset. I think I started this one out a little bit too far to the right, so I didn't really have enough time to get back in there. I think the wind maybe played a little bit of issue with it. But again, it's still a putt that I can make. It's a little bit further than I had been the previous 2 days, but it's a putt that I can make. But I hit the freaking cage, and I get to roll away here. And it keeps rolling. I thought it was going to roll even further than that, so I wasn't really too happy about this point in time. But again, I'm almost the same distance for par here, and I still have a chance to clean it up. But the cage again, so I guess I didn't learn from my mistake. So it erases that birdie with that bogey. This one, hole 10 again, right here again. This is a short one. I'm kind of in between discs. I'm not quite sure what to throw. And I turned something over way too much here. It just burns. So now I'm in some bushes, but thankfully it's kind of clear back there, so I at least have a shot to get it up there. I think I'm throwing my razor claw here, if not mistaken. So at least it gives me a chance to save par right here with a little putt, 10, 15 footer. Not feeder, but footer. So we're good to go. All right, hole 11. This is a short hole. I've messed up twice before on the weekend. I decided to throw a rock here, kind of flex a little bit and get out there in the middle just to give me a chance just to lay it up for easy par. Because again, this hole, I didn't really like the scenery behind it, as far as if I missed because of the wind, it could roll down to the water, and that's not what I wanted. So just toss it up and take the par and go to the next house. Get to the house and go to the next hole. Hole 12, a little short one here, and then a little higher shot to get it in there. I threw this one pretty well. I think I threw a method here. I got it pretty close and give me a chance for birdie. I think I was the only birdie on this hole. Again, it's one of those scary putts. If you miss, it's going downhill. So nice. I was able to capitalize. Hole 13, this one kind of messed me up on the weekend. I chose the wrong disc here. The wind kind of got in my head, so I threw something a little bit more overstable, and I probably should just went with my wave like I wanted to originally. I went with the photon, I believe, and I didn't start off right enough and went OB. At least I went on the short side of the green, so that was a positive. Again, it's another scary shot because of the way the pin's position. I was kind of laid up there and try to get close enough where I can make the putt and save bogey. It ended up being a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but again, it's still a putt you should make almost every time. Hole 14 here. I decided to try the Anheuser route again. I think I threw my Venture SS here and I turned it over a little bit too much. I didn't get really high enough, and I hit the electro box there. So I'm kind of in a bad place here. Don't really have a clear shot at the basket that's inside the little gazebo thing. So I'm just trying to figure out what to do. Do I do a forehand? Do I do a backhand? I think I decided to go with a meteor here and just try to Anheuser it in a little bit. I do a decent job. I don't go quite as far as I wanted to go here, but at least it gives me a shot at saving par. not a long putt, but again, it's kind of obstructed. That post was kind of halfway, almost in the basket, but I had a little lane there where I can hazard in. All right, short hole here, hole 15 again. This is one that get people fits all weekend. I decided to throw a method here and hazard in. I go past the basket, and I end up going out of bounds. I guess it rolled down the hill into the water. I was hoping it stayed up there, but I tossed it up there and say bogey. I mean, yeah, to say bogey because I didn't want to go run it because of the green behind it. Hole 16, the island hole. I'll throw my buzz kind of low here, but it ends up skipping up there and making the island a little bit longer. Birdie shot than I wanted it to be, but I have a chance here, and I'll leave it short, unfortunately. Again, just to save par and move on to the next hole. Hole 17 here, the wind kind of played with this one a little bit. I tried to flex the wave a good bit, but it went back to the left too much. And we're going to OB. Again, I'm on the short side of green this time again, so it's not too bad of a upshot here. But you can hear the wind, and miss blowing. It wasn't crazy, but it was enough just to kind of mess with your shots a little bit. Again, you more or less just had to lay this one up as well because of the position of the pin and the wind. So, unfortunately, another bogey. I'm on 18 here. I decided to throw a different disc than I did the previous day to try to just go straight at it. And I really don't start off enough far right. I threw it a little bit too high, and I thought it was about to go into the water. I couldn't really tell if it was safe or not, but I got down there and ended up being safe. So I do have a long attempt here at birdie, but at least I was dry, so I can't complain too much about that. These uphill birdie shots, they're tough sometimes, so you have to give enough juice to get there. Sometimes I do struggle with that. If I try to juice it too much, I end up missing. But in this case, I still get close enough where I can save my par. So overall, not too bad. All right, hole 19. I think I'm throwing maybe a T-bird here. Not mistaken. Try to start right and hyzer back in because I don't have enough power just to go straight towards it. Like some other guys did. It's going to leave me a little easy up shot here just to kind of lay up. Yeah, some of these baskets locations, I just didn't really feel comfortable in my game right now running it because I don't want to make the long comeback putt if I did miss it. Of course, there was all kind of OB everywhere. So sometimes I kind of managed to just took the par and went on. All right, hole 1, this is island hole. I go back to my inertia that I used on the first day. Get in there a little bit. Nice little skip. And I made island, so I went too unhappy. This is a birdie putt that I should make most of the time. I think I felt kind of rushed for some reason here. I don't know why, but even though I took my time, I still wasn't focused in, and just my aim was kind of off on that one. But again, just another par, but that's a hole that I really need to get a birdie on to help my score out. Hole 2, this is again another little short par 4. I'm hoping to get around this little patch of trees on the right that I've been hitting all weekend. And again, I just turned the wave over too much. So now I'm in some hot mess over here. I don't really have a whole lot of lanes to go through, but I saw a little lane. I had to get some of those dead trees and everything out my way. So they were detached, so I can do that. So I see a lane. I just got to keep it low and get it there and with enough power because I couldn't do any type of really step, which is all arms. But I want to have it close enough to have a birdie opportunity. So a little bit further than I wanted to be, but again, this is a putt that as I'm starting to make more and more of, so I'm happy with that. All right, hole 3. This is a stretch of holes that have gotten me all weekend. This one I start off way too far right. A little bit high too, and the wind kind of gives a nice little air bump there, and it ends up hitting some trees. So I didn't get the distance I needed to get. So I'm following up with a buzz shot here. I think I powered up a little bit. I think it's like about 180 or so. I just pull it way too much. Nowhere near the basket. That's just a terrible shot on my part. So now I got to do some magic here just to kind of even get close. Say a bogey. I do a decent shot here. So my scrambling ability is not too bad. I guess I have to be. I'm used to it because my drives are pretty inconsistent. That's one part of my game I got to work on. I know I have a tendency to kind of open up too much on my plant foot. That causes a lot of my drives to go right. Right here, I threw this one way too far right as well. Kind of see going out there. This is a hole in next year. If I have the opportunity to play in this tournament, I'm just going to go straight at it and see what I can do. I think I'm throwing a normal MD here. It wasn't very good. Probably should try a forehand here, but again, I'm not really still confident in my forehand ability. Just toss it up there, get a bogey, and here we go. Hole 5 here, I decide to go straight at the basket this time. More on the right hand side instead of trying going straight over the pond. Probably cut a little angle off of it a little bit. It wasn't a bad throw, wasn't the best throw ever, but it gets across there, so I'm kind of safe. And the upshot here is not too bad. It's not something I can really have the accuracy to run or the strength to run. So again, just another layup and take that par. All right, wrapping up here, hole 6. I think I'm throwing the method here again. Not a very good throw. I think I let go of it too early. Yeah. So, I mean, it barely skipped across the green. And it put me in a bad situation. You don't really want to be left on this hole because of all the trees and everything. So I had to throw a little Anheuser shot here. It gets in there, but then it hits the ground and rolls back. So now I'm straddle putting, and that's not my game here. So I'm having to have an awkward stance here to try to close out the game with a par. I have a tendency on these putts when I'm like this to kind of throw it too low, and I know that. I do a better job of trying to get it up higher. So we finish out here. I missed this putt, and then like I said, I throw it too low. Tap out for the bogey. I think I ended up 4 over for that round, 7 over for the tournament. I believe I got 5th place. So overall, not too bad. I'll take it. So y'all have a great day. Thank you for watching.